Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back. I am back here at the desk. Hey, been traveling and trading, but taking care of a lot of hardcore business that's going to be a plus for the page, especially those in money moves. Okay, been working hard, good people. Listen, I'm going to get right to it. I literally just got off the plane. Of course, I was delayed going there and I'm delayed coming back. But I have an assistant. Shout out to my girl, Kayler. Ex-Kayler Sheehy. She got married, and I can't think of her last name right now. But let's get right to it. Kayler, I'm going to get to it, all right? So she took some notes for me, good notes. We're going to talk about today. U.S. stock market rebound back after yesterday's drop. That was earlier today. The S&P 500, the Dow industry, and the Nasdaq composite. They were all rising. They will help by calming treasury yields and stability in Bitcoin. We'll get to that in a minute. So says Reuters. All right. Tech stock and semiconductors named Chipmakers are among the top movers today. They were indicating renewed investing appetite for growth and risk assets. All right. And meanwhile, the rebound in Bitcoin seems to be feeding strength in crypto. All right, so we're going to just go from there. All right, a lot of people are risk on because they are betting that the Fed will cut interest rates. Okay, first it was off again, and then on again, then off again, right? So now we're on again, should I say. And so it was priced out, then it was priced in that the Fed will cut interest rates. And the truth be told, we don't know. Now, I was talking to another influencer today, and I told him this. This was yesterday. I was talking with Stocks with Josh. I told him this, and I believe this, that if the Fed does cut interest rates, that won't be enough to send the stock market skyrocketing. But if the Fed doesn't cut interest rates, even by 25 basis points, that is enough to bring the market down. Okay? So just think about that. Him cutting is not enough to send the market skyrocketing, but him not cutting is enough to cause it to fall further, right? So here's some of the news stories. I noticed that iron was tanking. We not going to deal with that right now. Intel stock climbs more than 8% on reported will supply chips to Apple. That's a big story. Apple keeps moving up. It hit an all-time high today, I believe. Apple did. We'll check that out. And then you have other things going on, right? So Bitcoin. Here's one of the things that I kind of talked about in my money moves, I believe. Bitcoin fell due to a combination of factors, including excessive leverage. Now, one of the things that was discussed was MicroStrategy being over leveraged and them possibly being forced to deleverage, which would cause a dump. And that would not be good for the price of Bitcoin. They own that much. And so that would not be good. So what happened? Bitcoin dumped, then it came back. And that's why I talk about patience. Look at that. Bitcoin, I'm on a 5-day so you could see the dump. You see the dump right there. It dumped and then it pumped right back up. Both are up today. Strategy is up 5.78% today, though I don't think that it's through. I'm not touching it right here. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. Every time you think it's the bottom, it goes lower, okay? And so it was a really quick rebound. I'm not loading up on Bitmine and MicroStrategy right here. Now, it could be the bottom. It could be, but I just don't trust it, right? I'm just telling you guys what I don't. That doesn't mean it's right. You do your own due diligence. Don't come back in here and say, Larry, you told me not to touch it, okay? Because we've been chasing the bottom of that. And good luck with chasing the bottom of MicroStrategy. All right. So look at that. You can see what's going on right now. But for the week, we could see that they are both up for the week, which is good, especially Bitcoin. Okay. So I'm going to take a look here. Here's what happened today. The Nasdaq and the S&P were up, right, on day before yesterday. I believe that was Sunday. I was saying that I was scared that the market rebound Friday too much too quick, right? So a day before Thanksgiving, it was up 190 something points, 98 points or 89 points, the Nasdaq. Then we had Christmas, then we had a half day on Friday, and the Nasdaq went up another 151 points, not percent, points, okay? And on Wednesday, it went up 189 points, not percent, okay? And so we're still in this thing where our bounce back too hard. And I'm telling you again, it is what it is, but it bounced back and you say, hey, Larry, you should be happy. Yeah, but then it'll bounce back down again. And if you look, you'll see a seesaw. Look at this. Look at the seesaw. Down, up, down, up, down, 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 and then up, up, up. And then we may go back. I believe we're going to see another one of these down, down, down. Okay. And at the end of the day, we're flat. Good people. We're not even flat. Look at that. The S&P down by about, I'll say the S&P, we'll call that flat for the month, but the Nasdaq is still down 1.7%. And so I'm not getting excited on the pumps and dumps. See what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm just taking my time and trading the market that I'm in. I've been real slow in money moves. It's nothing really whetting my appetite. And here's why. Like, if you would have bought on this dip, if you'd have bought on this dip, a few days later, you'd be down, right? And then if you'd have bought on this dip, what happens? It ran up and you go, whew, and then down, 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 right? So all the while, if you would have bought on this dip or on the S&P 500, you would be okay right now, but you might as well wait. Look at that. And then the same thing with the Nasdaq. You're still down, even if you bought this dip with the Nasdaq. And so I wait for bigger dips, bigger pullbacks I look at the Nasdaq first and then I look at the tech stock, right? That's just the way I roll. And right now, these pullbacks, 200 points up, 100 points down, and 100 points down, that's flat to me. And it's just not appealing to me, okay? Let's look at a little crypto. As we can see here, we really haven't moved from fear going into extreme fear, but this does look good. What looks good? Bitcoin looks good, up 6.5% over the last 24 hours. I'm really looking at the 7-day up about, let's just call that 5% even. Ethereum really did good today, pumped good today. And XRP, I'm going to tell you right now that personally, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm not buying anything over 2. Like, I'll just wait until it goes back under 2, and then I'll just grab some more. Larry, do you think it'll go back under 2? Yep. But it may not. So when I say 2 under 2, it may be 203 or 204. That's 2-ish. Okay. But now that we've had this move up, I'm not buying anything. I'm going to buy anything under 2. And I'm only using a little bit of the money that I'm going to put in XRP. Remember, I'm also buying XRP's ETF, which is ticker symbol XRP on your stockbrokers. And I'm buying a little of that also. And then I'm saving 80% of the money that I'm going to put into XRP for crypto winter at this point. That's what I'm doing. That's my plan. Remember, I have XRP and I have Bitcoin. And I'm doing the same thing with Bitcoin, okay? And so I do have weekly buys. I told everybody in my money moves, I have weekly buys that I'm buying the ETFs in them both automatically. Remember, I'm only, for every dollar that I have earmarked to put into the ETFs, I'm only spending 20% right now, and I'll spend the other 80% in crypto winter. So here's to wrap it up, good people. I think that it's going to be a choppy week. I don't even know what the pre-markets are right now, but you can't even go off of that right now in this environment, because you'll see the pre-markets down, right? And then they can be up in the pre-markets and vice versa. So just looking at them right now is a waste of time. I look at the pre-markets in the morning, in the pre-market hours. So if you could look at them right now, it's 8:52 as I'm filming this Eastern Standard Time. And you could see that it's green again. We got the Nasdaq, the S&P, and the Dow green. Okay, and so here we are. We're green, and I would like for it to be just kind of chill, and then have a nice push up towards the year end, to have a nice Christmas rally. And I still believe that we could still hit, 71 on the S&P. That's what I believe. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to be back before you tomorrow. I was at the New York Stock Exchange, like I said in my prior video, and had a really, really, really nice time with those guys. Let me show you this. Those are my guys from the Melanin Money, and those guys are absolutely awesome. I had a great time with those guys, and they're going to air the episode in about 2 weeks, and I want you guys to watch it. So I'm going to be doing some promos on it and making sure that you guys see that. Okay, guys, you already know that Stock Up You is the place to be if you really want to learn and earn stocks, crypto, options. It's all there. I got Keenan Grace in there teaching beginners options. I got Stocks with Josh teaching beginner technical analysts. I got an entire chapter, options for dummies, and an entire chapter on crypto to truly know how to make money. And that's going to be the top link below, good people. Learn is still a coupon code that you could use. Okay. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to get some rest and eat some dinner. Love you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn.